When this thing happened, the conference or whatever now finished, I did not finish that. Let me see.
To join is a problem here.
Hello, everyone. I once again welcome you in the second day of the training workshop on publication, Scopus Index Journals. Today, Dr. Mehar Chand will be the resource person, and I'm very pleased to introduce him to all of you. Dr. Mehar Chand is a professor at Baba Farid College in the Department of Mathematics, where he teaches courses and work on supporting math students and the broader math community in various ways. His research interest is involving in functional calculus and its application, mathematical modeling, numerical methods, computational mathematics, special functions, hypergeometric functions, and mathematical physics. Dr. Mehar Chand has published more than 70 research papers in national and international journals. He has all, including SCI, SCIE, Scopus Index Journals. He has also published 5 books in chapters in research book, and he has delivered more than 29 invited talks and keynotes in national and international workshops and conferences. He has delivered 9 expert talks in national and international FDPs, workshops, and seminars. Dr. Mehar Chand has organized 9 national workshops, 2 internationals, DBT sponsored workshops, and 9 webinars and seminars. He is an active member of 5 academic bodies, and under his supervisions, 4 students are awarded PhD degree. And he's founder and president of MathTech Thinking Foundation. Today, he will talk about and share his knowledge about the topic Scopus versus Predatory Journal, Scopus paid journals, Scopus newly added journals per year, vast Scopus journals, Scopus active journals, and impact factor of the Scopus journals. It's my immense pleasure to welcome you, sir. And may I request you to kindly start your talk? I would like to request all the participants to kindly keep their webcams open. So, may I request Dr. Mehar Chand to kindly start his talk? Uh, Sir, you are not audible.
I'm audible?
Yes, you are audible now.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, to introduce me. And first of all, I congratulate to all the organizing committee member to organize this wonderful event, which is very useful and informative to all the participants who are taking part in this event. First of all, I would like to share my desktop with you.
दीप देख स्क्रीन पे अब्दुल्ला अल्लाह इहाजी मूसा
Screen is
May I
visible to
request
all of you?
all the participants to kindly mute yourself and keep your webcam open. Please mute yourself so that we can have an uninterrupted session.
Now I am sharing my desktop. Is it visible?
Yes, sir, it is. Yeah.
These are the content which I am going to present here, and all these are very informative and very useful. First, we target the introduction and one minute, please. Now it is visible.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
These are the contents for this session. We are covering here Scopus predatory journals, which include Scopus an overview, Scopus at a glance, Scopus support researchers, librarians, and research administrators in three key areas, and predatory journals. Then after, the importance of high quality content in Scopus. Then we have H index and important research profiles. At the end, we will target Scopus general information, which will be very helpful to all of you. What is Scopus and overview? Scopus launched in November 2004, and Scopus is an source central abstract and citation database curated by independent subject matter experts with over 25,100 titles from more than 5,000 international publishers. Scopus is the largest abstract and citation database of peer-reviewed literature, scientific journals, books, and conference proceedings, delivering a comprehensive overview of the world's research output in the field of science, technology, medicine, social science, and arts and humanities. Scopus features smart tools to track, analyze, and visualize research. This is the publishers index in the Scopus. The major publishers, which include Elsevier, Springer, Wiley Blackwell,
Kindly
Taylor
mute
and
yourself. I
Francis.
request everyone, kindly mute yourself. There is disturbance from someone.
All the journals around the world, there are 10% who publish Elsevier publisher, and 8% are published by Springer, 5% are published by Wiley Blackwell, 5% Taylor and Francis, 2% by SAG, 1% by other publishers like Walters, Kluvener, Oxford University Press, Emerald, Indra Science Publisher, Cambridge University Press, Bentham Science, IEEE, and other 60% are published by other journals. This is the overview about more than 25,000 titles and over 23,452 are peer review journals, including more than 5,000 are open access journals, 294 trade publications, over 852 book series, and over 9.8 million conferences papers from over more than 1 lakh worldwide events. Articles in press from over 5,000 journals and more than 2 lakh books with 20,000 added and over 77.8 million records, which include over 71.2 million records post 1969 with references and over 6.6 million records pre 1970 with the oldest record dating back to 1788. This is the whole process and why the scopus indexed are important and what are this scopus doing while publishing. So you can in this figure, there are more than 5,000 publishers and there are active serial titles which are more than 21,000 and books are more than 2 lakh. Institutional profile which include in the scopus are more than 70,000 and 16 million author profiles are recorded in the scopus and 77 million items which are controlled by scopus and scopus maintain the record. First is identify and analyze which journal to read or submit, and then after track the assess researchers impact, decide what, where, and with whom to collaborate, track impact of research, and monitor global research trends, find the current research and what has been published in a research area, determine how to differentiate a research topic, find ideas. So all the papers which are published in Scopus Index are maintained many different ways. When author has published in the Scopus Index journal, then the information is shared to the author itself, and if it is cited by another author, then the citation information will be sent to the author whose paper is cited by another author. These are the major scopus support for the researchers, librarians, and research administrations. These are three key areas. First is search, second is discover, third is analyze. And we discuss all these three basic key areas one by one. So first, search by document, authors or affiliation, or use advanced search. When author has published a paper in any index and that can be easily searched by the document, by author's affiliation, or by the author of the name, or another advanced search facility. Refined results by access type, source type, year, language, author affiliation, funding sponsors, and many more. Link to the full text article your institution already subscribed to, along with the other library resources. Use the documentary download manager to bulk retrieve results in .pdf format. Whenever you want to search a Scopus indexed any article, then all the articles which are associated with the same area, all will be linked with the same article. And if you you want to interest to download all the papers which are associated with your interest area, all can be easily downloaded in the PDF of format, and these will be bulk download. Then after export data to reference managers such as Mendeley, RefWorks, and EndNote, and stay updated with email alerts, RSS, and HTML feeds whenever your paper is cited or downloaded. you will get the email from the Scopus where your paper has been cited by another authors. All the details will be updated to the authors. Discover. This is also the very important which is controlled by the Scopus. Find related document by shared references, authors, and keywords. Identify and match an organization with its research output using affiliation identifier. Identify collaborators or select experts with the author identifier. Clarify your identity through integration with ORCID or SIT, which is very useful for all the authors who are publishing their papers in Scopus indexed. At the end, we will discuss how we can create the account and how we can use for our profile. Benefits from indexing with the Universal Discovery Services, ABSCOS host, Primo and submission. These are also very important. Take advantages of interoperability with the other Azure solutions, including Science Direct, Reaxys, Engineering Village, and Cyber. All these are used for discover the research activities.
May I request Dr. Sagar to kindly mute yourself because it is creating a lot of disturbance. I'm sorry to interrupt you, sir, but you can continue. There are some participants who have not muted their mics. Please mute yourself.
After we have analyzed, this is the third activity by the Scopus. Track citation over time for the set of authors and document with the citation overview. Assess trends in search results with analyze search results. View X index for specific authors. Analyze an author's publishing output and research impact with the author's evaluator. Gain insight into journals performance with compare journals, a tool allowing you to analyze journals across multiple matrices, including site score, SNAP, and SGR. Uh, Another, we have a predatory journal, and all of you, we should aware about the predatory journal and which type of journals are known as predatory and why some of predatory journals should be avoided. This concept is very important for all of us. The term predatory journal was coined less than a decade ago by Jeffrey Beals. Predatory journals have since become a hot topic in the scholarly publishing landscape. The challenge of defining predatory journals has been recognized, and recent discussion in the literature highlights a variety of potential definitions. A definition by Beale describes predatory journals as outlets which publish counterfeit journals to exploit the open access model in which the author pays and publishers that were dishonest and lack transparency. Open access journals are those in which the author has to pay for the publishing, and any reader can access the research paper without paying any cost. And the second category in which the paper author need not to pay for publishing, but the reader, whenever access the paper, he has to pay, and then after he can access the paper. So open access model in which the authors pays and publishers that were dishonest and lack transparency. Others have since suggested that we move away from using the term predatory journals, in part because the term neglected to adequately capture journals that fail to meet expected professional publishing standards but do not intentionally act deceptively. The rise of so-called predatory journals is not strictly associated with the dubious journal operations that use the open access publishing model, which includes publishing virtually anything to earn an article processing charges, but represent a wider spectrum of problems. For example, there is a conundrum that some journals hailing from the global south may not have the knowledge, resources, or infrastructure to meet best practice in publishing, although some of them have international or global in their title, devaluing or blacklisting. Such journals may be problematic as they serve an important function in ensuring the dissemination of research on topic of regional significance. I have put a link, and when this presentation will be shared with you, you can visit and you can get more information. When we click this link, we get this more information, and I will recommend all of you must go through this more detail at this page. To address the question, what is predatory journal? By conducting a scoping review of the literature, scoping reviews are a type of knowledge synthesis that follows a systematic approach to map the literature on a topic and identify the main concept, theories, and sources, and determines potential gaps in the literature. There are twofold aims according to Jeffrey Beal. Firstly, in an effort to provide an overview of the literature on the topic, to describe epidemiological characteristic of all records discussing predatory journals. Secondly, to synthesize the existing empirically derived characteristic of predatory journals. Impetus of for this work is to establish a list of evidence based on traits and characteristic of predatory journals. This corpus of possible characteristic of predatory journal is one source that could be considered by an international stakeholders meeting to generate a consensus definitions of predatory journals. Predatory scholarly journal exploit a paid open access publication model, and the publishers does not charge subscription fees but receives a money directly from the author of an article that becomes accessible for free to anyone. However, this entails a conflict of interest that has the potential to undermine the credibility of open access scholarly published bill. This information is updated by bill in 2013. This is very important link, and we can get more information when we visit this link, and we have get more information about the predatory. This article is very important to all of us, which is recently published. Recently published in the month of February 2021, and in this article we can see that Federation of the journals suspected predatory practices into the citation database Scopus and examine cross-country difference in the propensity of scholars to publish in the such journals. Using the name of the potential, possible, or probable predatory journals and publishers on Bill's list,
You can call the
we
HOD to
derived
find out.
ISSN number of 293 journals from different websites, and 324 of journals that appears both in Bill's list and Scopus with 164,000 articles published over 2015 to 17 were identified and analyzed of data for 172 countries in 4 fields of research indicate that there is remarkable heterogeneity in the most affected countries, including Kazakhstan, Indonesia. Around 17% of the articles fall into the predatory categories, while some other countries have no predatory articles. Over countries with the large research sectors at the medium level of the economic development, especially in Asia and North Africa, tend to the most susceptible to predatory publishing. Herb, oil rich and other also appears in the particularly vulnerable policymakers and stakeholder in these and other developing countries need to pay more attention of the quality of the research evaluations. So I will recommend you, all of you, you must go through this article, and this is very useful for all of us who are willing to interested to publish their articles in Scopus Index and to make ensure that this will be ever continued in Scopus Indexed. So this article is all of us very important and provide us more information. So due to lack of time, I did not include all the information from this article. And list of predatory journals, which is provided by Bill list. That link is also provided at this place. When you click this link, you have the list of all the predatory journals, and this is the original list. And from this you can go through, and this is updated. And from this list you can get more information about the predatory. And this is the standalone journals. This is the original list. Then you can see the hijacked journals from the you have to visit at this link, and there are hijacked journals, misleading matrix, Jeffrey Bill's research, how to recognize predatory journals, and all the information which you wanted to know about the predatory journals. All the information. Due to lack of time, I was not able to introduce in this because I have to present more information about predatory, and I have to focus on mainly Scopus indexed. So many journals from this list are in the Scopus list. Okay, so whenever you want to publish, then you have to verify both the list. One is Scopus indexed and other is a predatory journal list. So you and also the Scopus journal list are verified by Scopus, and Scopus follow all this list, which is updated by Base. Okay. Then after why the importance of high quality content in Scopus, and why each authors want to publish their research paper in the Scopus index. So Scopus, what is doing and how it help? So Scopus active on maintaining the integrity of Scopus and its high quality curated content is of paramount importance to us. Scopus is vigilant in identifying and discontinuing journals that are or have become predatory.
I'm
Any
sorry.
research that
I'm sorry to interrupt you, sir. Your voice is little low. There is a message from some participants. Can you do something about that?
now it is fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, I think now it's very fine.
It's good, sir. No, it's good.
Okay.
Thank you so much. You can continue.
Thank you, ma'am. Any research that helps shine a light on predatory journals is welcome. Poor quality and predatory journals are a threat to the integrity of science. Scopus has an acclaimed, independent, and transparent selection process to determine which journals are indexed on its platform. It has an independent content selection and advisory board made up for the world leading experts in their fields and rigorous re-evaluation mechanism which identify outliers and underperforming journals. This initiative helps us ensure that only the most reliable scientific articles and content are available in the Scopus. And if you want to know more about this indexing, the link also provided at this place, and you get more information and how the Scopus is important for us. So this article you can see in this diagram. There are 772 titles re-evaluated, and in which 332 we can see underperformance, and 68 outlier performance, and 367 publication concerns. So this is the process, and which percentage are discontinued. We can at this place 162, 51% are discontinued rate, and 62% are discontinuation in the outlier performance, and 65% discontinuation rate from the publication concerns. So in this way, this Scopus index maintaining and updating about the indexing of the journals. Harris index or H index. This is very useful for all of us, and H index for authors, and for the Scopus H index. So H index is distribution based indicator that corresponds to the number of papers at a given citation level equal to the values of the citation threshold. This static reflects the number of papers in a given data set having n or more citations. For example, H index of 10 paper indicate that H 10 papers in the given set were cited at least 10 times each. The H index of the subset of papers is always less than the H index of the entire set, and hence cannot be normalized in a ratio manner. This measure attempts to reflect both productivity and impact in one number. This metric is useful because it discounts the disappropriate weight of highly cited papers or papers that have not yet been cited. A proper use of the H index will ensure that the time period of analysis and field of research is similar among the research institution, research groups being compared. You can see in this diagram on the horizontal line, there are the number of papers, and on the vertical line, you can see citations. So if the H index will be fixed when the number of papers and the number of citations both are equal. In the database, you can see, suppose that this is a very good example to understand. Suppose that first article have 80 citations, and the second paper have 77 citations. Third paper have 30 citations, and fourth paper have 10 citations, and fifth paper have 9 citations, and sixth paper have 4 citations, and so on. The number of citations are decreasing, and the 10th paper have 0 citation. So from this database, the H index will be equal to 5. H index from the database, we can see that the H index will be 5. Why? When you see that, because it will consider always one citation. Okay, so first article have 80, and when we go up to fifth article have 9 citations, and the previous all the articles each have 9 citation, and when we see the 6th article, it has only 4 citations. So to fix the H index, all the first 5 articles have at least 5 citations. So the H index will be fixed at 5th article. And when we see the 6th article, it means all the first 6 have must at least 6 citations. And from this data, we see that the 6th article have only 4 citations. So this will not be possible to decide H index. So the H index for this database will be 5, because first 5 articles have at least 5 citations. So this is the H index. And there is also a more important I-10 index. What is this? I-10 index is equal to the number of publications with at least 10 citations. So each article must have at least 10 citations, and according to that, we can decide the I-10 index of the author. And we will see all this practically from the profile. This very simple measure is only used by Google Scholar and is another way to help gauge the productivity of advantage of I-10 index. Very simple and straightforward to calculate. You can see these research profiles are very important. So first, one is ORCID, second is Scopus, third is Google Scholar. Next, we have ResearchGate, Publance, Academia, and Kudos. So these profiles are very important to collaborate with other researchers in your respective areas who have good research work and contribute a lot of. And following these, with the collaboration, we can improve our quality of the work. And also these profiles will intimate you about your work, about the other researchers who are working in your thrust area. First, I would like to show you this Google Scholar, and this all these are my profiles, and the link of these profiles are the URL of these profiles are connected at this place. And when you click this Google Scholar URL, the profile will open. Okay, see this database which we discussed earlier, and all these will be very important. You can see this is my profile, and H index is there, which is 12, and I-10 index which is 15. These are very important because the definition of these both I have mentioned in the previous slide. So you can see, that H index is 12. Why it is 12? You can see these are the papers which are cited. You can see first paper I have 41 and second have 30. Then we have 60, 26, 24, 21, 20, 19, 12, 15, 14, 13, 12, and so on. So this paper, from this paper, the above papers are, these are 12 papers which has 12 or more than 12 citations. Okay, so from this database you can see the above all these papers have citations 12 or more than 12, and these are 12 articles. So the H index will be 12. Okay, and you can see this is the H index which is 12. Then after we have I-10 index which is 15. So you can see these are 12 article. This is the 13. This is the 14th article, and this is the 15th article.
You must
So
be
from
seeing
this
another
database, you can see
Oh.
there are 15
okay.
articles which has
Hey, brother, I'm
citation more than 10 or either it is 10. So from the database, when the citation are 10 or more than 10, all these will be equal to I-10 index. So these are 15 articles in this database which has 10 citations. So you can see this is the
Okay, sir.
I-10 index is 15, and all these databases are organized and managed by Scopus as well as Google Scholar. Also, then after we have important profile which is ORCID. Also, it is very important to let you know that all these profiles we can create, and these all are free available, and we can easily create our account. And one should have account for improve the quality and to generate your work and to find out your H index, I-10 index, and other impact of your research area. So this is the ORCID. When you have ORCID account and when you submit your papers, ORCID account sometimes becomes important because all the information about you is updated in the ORCID. And sometimes if you are you are a reviewer, then this ORCID account is also becomes very important for all of you, because on the basis of this account, this is unique ID provided by this one. And when we click, you can find the, you can check this is my unique profile, and this unique profile can be used anywhere, and all the database you can see in this profile. Okay, this is a unique ID which is used for ORCID, Scopus indexing, and for SSI and anywhere. Then after we have one more is Scopus. This profile is also very important, and when we click, you can see okay. So this is the Scopus profile, and you can see all the information and database is maintained by this Scopus profile, and you can see at this place. This is the ORCID link. This is ORCID ID. This is used for the Scopus account, and this is very unique and very useful. And all the informations are updated by Scopus. And if you have a Scopus profile, then you can check how the work is, your citations, and you can see the H index at this place is, you can see at this place H index is 9. So there are different agencies. Google Scholar, you see there is H index is different, and H index in the Scopus, that is 9, and 84 citations are there, and 30 documents are available in this profile. And when you log in this profile, then after we have ResearchGate. This is also very useful for collaborations and to see the impact factor, author's impact factor, and to maintaining the record for your published paper as well as pre-published papers. All these are very important. If your paper not published and you want to make secure your unpublished paper, you can upload here unpublished papers also. Okay. You can also invite your co-authors. You can create your labs, different project, and you can create your network, individual as well as institutions. You can see at this network, we can easily create our network with the authors, with the institutions, etc. Plans, academia, and kudos. Publish is also very important to for your profile. And at this place, you can see H index is 2. And this account is created. You can see this is the unique Web of Science Research ID. Okay, so this account is also very important for all of you to collaborate and to make your research impactable. And there are some more academia and kudos. These accounts are very also helpful and very important for all of you. Now, I let you know of one more information. 1 minute, please.
My humble request to all the participants, kindly mute yourself so that others may not get disturbed. It's my humble request that kindly mute yourself. I don't want to take names, but please mute yourself. I'm sorry for interrupting you, sir, but there is a disturbance. I'll have to speak.
Excuse me, ma'am. You can mute themselves at your end.
May I request the admin to kindly do that? I would like to request admin kindly mute everyone. I apologize, participants, but I may request everyone to mute yourself.
Please make silence.
Dr. Kapoor, ma'am, you can mute all the participant from your end.
Yes, sir. I will convey this to the admin because I am not admin, so I will convey your message. But I apologize for that, and I again request everyone to mute yourself because all are researchers, but scholars. So it's a very minor thing to tell to everyone. My humble request to everyone, and I'll do that. I'll try to do that on my end, and if possible. Thank you so much. So you can continue, sir.
Thank you. So when you have a Scopus account and after login, you can download the database from the Scopus account, and you can see that I have this Excel file. Okay, how to create the account in Scopus and how you can see your profile in Scopus account and how you can download this Excel file, that will be discussed by tomorrow. Okay, so I will not mention here how we can create the account. So this detail will be provided by the next speaker by tomorrow. So when you download this database from the Scopus, you can see this is Excel file. Is it visible to all of you? I hope this is visible to all of you. So you can find each information what you want here. So when you download this Excel file from the database, and first I need to increase the font size. Okay. So this is latest profile, a file which I have downloaded at this place, and a site score, site measures, a site score percentile, all the information, citations, and cited documents, SSA imago, all the informations, and top 10%. What is the meaning of top 10%? Title with the site score percentile from the 99 minus 19th article. Okay, so all the information regarding the Scopus citations, their impact factor are available in this site. So also you can see this database is for the this is the database for site score for the year 2020. So for the current year, this will be published and updated at the end of this year. Okay, so at the end of the year, this database is updated, and you can see this is the site score for 2019. This is the site score for the 2018. This is the site score for 2019, and so on. So first, I would like to discuss with you the database for the current year, for the year 2020. So all the informations which are indexed in the Scopus uh, and their impact factor, and the informations which you need about the journal. So see, just 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute, please. This one, this one. These are the publishers. I have increased the font size also so that you can see easily. Then after we have this is also okay. So this is the database of all the Scopus indexed journals, all the branches of sciences. Okay, so suppose these are the titles of the journals. Then you have a citation count, scholarly, and percentage cited, cited year. Then we have SJR, Scopus, SJ. This is the Scopus ASJC code, and these are the Scopus subject area, percentile, rank, rank out, publisher, and many more informations. All the information you can see in this data. Okay, so I'm not downloaded at this place. I already have downloaded this file because it is very big data. So suppose that, and you can easily sort out this data. Suppose that click this one, and you can see all the subject. Unclick, and suppose I want to search the subject chemistry for all. I have select one. So all the chemistry, all the journals which are associated with the chemistry has been sorted out to this place. Okay. After that, you want to decide your publisher. Okay. So what you will do, you will go to publisher, and you want to choose your publisher. There at this place, in this column, all the publishers which are publishing these journals are available at this place. And suppose that first unclick, and you are interested to publish your paper in this publisher. This is Hindawi. Okay, and click this one. So all the journals has been sorted out, and you can see only there are 3 journals which are published by Hindawi publisher, and you can see their percentile 81, 65, and 54. You can find their ranks and rank of okay, and you can see SJR and Scopus, okay, and percentage. These are scientific citation. Okay, so this is the highest citation count, and naturally it has more impact factor. And these are the names of the journals. And at the end, you can see in the last column, and also URL of these journals are available by clicking this URL. You can easily get the particular journal. Suppose I want to visit this journal, I have to copy this one and go to the website and paste at this place, and you can easily find this particular journal. Sorry. One minute, I am copying from this place. I have pasted the URL, and this is the journal. You can see this is the journal. Okay, and you can see side score, SJR, SNP, and if you want to see more information about this journal, you have to visit, and you can see side score and impact factor, etc. All the informations are available about this journal. And also you can use this ISSN number or EISSN number. Okay, so okay. Similarly, we have the for the year 2018, 19, 18, 17. So all the journals which are indexed in Scopus, suppose that we are seeing this journal. Okay. Suppose that I want to select this journal. First, I need to increase the font size. 1 minute. I have this journal. Okay. Progress in aerospace. And its ISS number is 376042421. And I want to check whether this journal is now in the current database or not. Just copy from this place. Copy this ISS number and go to this current data and press Control F and paste at this place. And when you enter, you see that the same journal is in the current in the year side score 2020. This is the journal, and you can see easily it has been detected. So all the database we can see and manage, and we can verify all the journals, old journals and new journals. Okay, suppose that you have you are following this journal, and just copy the ISIS number and search in the latest database. So this is a very quite simple process to check all this type of journals. So I have presented all the informations, and if you have now any question, you can unmute and you can ask from me. I will try to give your answer.
I apologize for the disturbance to participants, and I request them to ask their questions. Thank you so much, sir. It was indeed a very informative session, and all the information provided by you was very important for all the researcher and participants to be known, and it was a very useful thing for us to be known. Thank you so much. Participants can ask questions also, because now they can mute yourself. Is there any question?
There is one question. Scopus deleted SU, the database which I have shared with you, and you can easily see that if the Scopus journal particular you are want to see, you can visit your Scopus profile, or either you can download this database from the Google. You can easily download it. Okay, and by using the ISIS number, you can easily detect whether it is in Scopus or not.
Any other question?
Sir, I am having one question.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Do I go ahead? Okay.
I will see your profile in the different websites. My voice is audible.
One at, who is asking the question? Can I know the name? Because there are two questions coming simultaneously, I guess.
Okay. I will ask.
Dr. Sagar is asking.
Sir, I am
Dr. Sagar.
seeing your profile in different website, but if we see the H index on the Google Scholar and H index on the Scopus is different. Why these are showing different? Because your profile is the same for every website. So I see on the pub launch, or you can see on the ResearchGate. Why are you showing the different?
I don't get your point.
You can see the number of citation on Google Scholar, and you can see the number of citation on the Scopus is different.
It is very important, because in the Scopus profile, only the papers which are published in the Scopus index will be cited there. And similarly, for the SCI, the papers which are published in the SC journals, those are maintained in the Publin account. Those, all these are have different criteria. There are some journals which are only Scopus, some are Scopus and as well as SC journal, SC indexed. Okay, so this type of papers are counted on both Publin as well as Publin or Web of Science. And in the Scopus, only the Scopus indexed articles are considered. And when you see on the ResearchGate or Google Scholar account, in the case of Scholar Google profile, both type of articles which are in the Scopus index as well as in the SSA journals, both are counted at this place. And so the S index and I10 index is more than for the Scopus as well as Web of Science. So this is the main difference between all these.
Okay, thank you, sir.
But we should, all of us have all these account, and these are very free. We can easily create our account, and by using this one, we can increase our profile, and we can have good impact factor, and we can improve our quality of work. Because if you have a Scopus account or ResearchGate or Google Scholar, then the research area in which you are working, as well as the other persons who are working, you can connect with each other, and you can follow them. You can see how, in which manner they are working. So all these are very helpful for us to improve the quality of research and to publish our work in indexed journals like Scopus or SCI or Web of Science. All these are very important to all of us. And also, if we have this type of process, we can easily connect it with the other persons and researchers who are working in the same area. So this is very important for all of us. Any more question?
Thank you, sir. Sir, there is a request by some of the participants. They want to have a link or to the database, and some of the participants want a PDF of the predatory journal presentation, if you can provide.
I will send all the PPTs. This PPT is very important. All the required informations which I have presented here, you can easily all the link which are provided URL links, These are very important. When you click the link, the particular will open and you can create your account. You can read the article. Okay, and this PPT I will share with all of you. Any more question?
Thank you, sir.
Sir,
Any more
I have a question.
questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. Suppose I have published a
Also,
paper in
also
a
it is very important the profile links which I provide in the presentation. By clicking, you can also create your account, which these profiles present here. In the same, you can create your account and you can connect with the other scientists and the other authors which are working in your area, and also other co-authors, and this will increase your impact of research work.
Your question, sir, please.
Yes. Hello, sir. My question is that suppose I have published a paper in a Scopus Index journal, and after 1 year, suppose the journal get deleted from the current list of the year, then what will be the effect on my paper which is published in that journal?
During the publication, your journal was in Scopus, because yes, this is very important. So when we discuss here two main points. One is Scopus and other is Predatory. So Predatory are those journals which are open access mainly. And when we are going to publish in the open access journals, in that case you have to pay for publication. Okay, so we have to see, when you are going to publish in the open access journal, first you need to verify publisher. This is very important. Publishers like Elsewhere, IEEE, and then there is a Springer and many more which are internationally recognized. So this type of publishers always follow indexing and quality work, and there are some more publishers, them follow the indexing or other the rules for open access parameters. In that case, the journals which are not following open access parameters automatically after reviewing out of Scopus. So when we are going to publish our journal, a predatory list is there. You can verify from the Scopus and you can see the publisher. These three things are very important. And
I request the participants to mute only if they want to ask question. Kindly keep yourself muted, and if you want to ask question only, then kindly unmute yourself, so that others may understand what clearly whatever sir is saying. It's my humble request.
so
Yes.
if the publisher is internationally renowned like Elsewhere, IEEE, or Springer, this type of Scopus journals which are predatory as well or open access are not. There are very less chances to deactivated from the Scopus index. But if your paper published is in Scopus, then and after that it is not in the list of Scopus, but that particular year will be considered, and after delisted from the Scopus index, and you are going to publish there, then it will not be useful for us. More question?
So you have got your answer, and this was really an important question, and thanks for answering this, sir. This must be important for most of us. Next question, please.
Maybe. Right.
Hello, Dr. Mehar.
Miss Akani, do you have any question? Miss Akani, you have unmuted. Do you want to ask anything?
I have a question here.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, sorry, not a question, actually, it's a comment.
Yeah.
First of all, I'd like to thank Dr. Mehar Chand for organizing such a wonderful training. Actually, it is highly important. Yesterday, I was unable to attend live, but I went and watched the video on YouTube. It was highly impactful, and I may like to urge the entire participants to improve the sustainability of this project by taking it to their host institutions. At least let them get the knowledge and also pass it on for the future researchers to be able to grow. And with this, we will improve our research productivity in our various institutions and continents. Thank you so much, Dr. Mehar Chand, and the entire organizers of this program. And I hope you'll not relent, but you will continue to be making such a very high impact program in subsequent.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am, for your compliment. And
So,
any other question, or anyone want to say anything? Please unmute only if you want to say something, please. Otherwise, keep yourself muted so that others may not get disturbed. While others are asking questions, may I present a certificate to Dr. Mehar Chand? I hope it is visible on the screen. I hope it is visible to you, sir.
no, ma'am, not yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it visible now?
Yeah.
Dr.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your knowledge with us. It was very important for us to know. So, may I stop sharing and it so that there is one comment in the chat box. Yeah. They are complaining about the noise. I understand and apologize on behalf of everyone, because I will take care of this in the next session and in future workshops. It's been requested frequently from time to time to kindly mute yourself, but it was such a small thing to be told to everyone to understood, like it should be understood by everyone. And of course, we'll take care of this in future. From our end, whatever was the issue, we'll take care of that from tomorrow, of course. And I apologize for that. It's my apologies to all of you, but I hope you have understood the reason, and we'll take care of this. Anyone else who want to say anything? And if someone was saying that he wants videos of the presentations, so we provide you everything. Moreover, this session is live on YouTube, and they can access the content of the session or any time on the YouTube. It's available always. So this is a good thing for you to know. So it's live on YouTube, and the link and has been provided to all of you in your groups, in your WhatsApp groups, and you can access the content anytime on YouTube. Yes.
Question from my side.
Anyone else? Is there any question? I guess that's all. All are saying thank you to you, sir, and I also would like to thank all the participants for joining, and especially to you, sir, for sharing such an important thing with all of you. Thank you, everyone. We'll resume tomorrow.
One question can I ask, ma'am?
Please go ahead.
Thank you.
This is about significance. Suppose someone has placed first author, and suppose I'm the
Thank you.
writer. I have placed my. There are two authors, and I have placed my name in second. So, is there any difference between first author and second author? The credit.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you very much.
Sir, I hope you could understood the question. I hope you could understand the question. There was some question. I am sorry, I could not understand what is the question. Can you repeat the question?
Which one, ma'am?
Yes. Can you
Hello?
be a little loud, sir? The voice is very low.
Okay. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
you are audible. Yes.
My question is about the significance of author. Suppose someone is the first author of a paper, and someone is second author. So is there any difference between first author and second author about the credit of the paper?
Okay. Sir, I
Is
hope
this
you
make
have
sense?
understood the question.
This is also an important question, and it depends upon country to country. In India, the first author has 60% credit and second have 40%. If there are 10 marks, then 6 will be given to the first author and 4 will be given to the second author. Sometimes if second author is corresponding and first author is not corresponding, in that case it will be equally. So it depends upon the criteria while considering the marks in our country. We are considering AP score. So I think in different countries have different criteria. It may be equal or it may be different, but when we are publishing in the like Springer, they are asking about the contribution of the author. So usually we mention there the contribution of all the authors are equally, and in that case that will be equally important for all.
Okay. Online, I will know. No. They are even closing. Hello?
I hope you got your answer, sir.
One more, sir. There was a noise coming from the background. That's why. Just sir, last line. What you told. Can you repeat, sir?
Your answer, sir? He could not understand because of the disturbance.
Background.
Again, there is disturbance. I don't understand why participants are not understanding that they should mute themselves if others are asking questions.
Yes. I want to explain, and I hope this will be helpful for you. I think this depends upon for different countries have different criteria. In India, what we have AP score. So suppose that if there are two authors, then the credit for first author is 60% and for the second author 40%. If there are 10 marks, then 6 will be given to the first and 4 will be given to the second. So I hope this criteria or pattern will be different for different country. And secondly, when we submit or our paper has been published in indexed journal, and some of them are asking about the contribution of the all authors. And in that case, all the authors provide the information, what percent of the each author have a contribution. So if we mention the equally contribution for all the authors, in that case, that particular paper will be equally have impact or equally marks will be given to all the authors. Okay, so this is the little bit difference. But in the some cases, if I think in the India, if second is second co-author is corresponding author, in that case, the importance will be equal for both the authors. And also there are many cases like first author is and second is supervisor, of the any research scholar, and third is corresponding author. In that case, all the three authors have equal marks. So all these are different criteria, and according to that pattern, importance or the impact or the marks or the score is decided for different countries for different purpose, have different criteria.
Thank you. Very helpful, sir. I am from India also, sir. Thank you.
Any other question? Okay, that's all for the day. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you so much, sir, again, once again, from all of us. And we'll resume tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all of you, and thank you, ma'am.
Sir, thank you, ma'am.